Hello, everyone. Welcome to another session, episode, series, book, whatever you want to call it, of Fractures of Reality. So, on the last session, the party defeated a poor, defenseless dragon. And there's absolutely no unreliable narrator there. That's just pure fact there. Yep. And
helpless, right?
and now in this session, they have options. They can head into the cave to retrieve the artifact, or they can do whatever. Regardless, as the party briefly stopped to take a rest and level up, Jezebel has vanished.
Did we notice her go?
You can roll perception.
Now I will point out, at the end of that last session, Korax was basically just leaning on her on account of being in pain, so if she just vanished into thin air, Korax...
I'm getting to that.
Really?
So, I wanted to give you guys a chance, so I had you roll perception first, that's all. So, while you all were resting, and you thought Jezebel was there, however, as you guys are starting to prepare to head in, you notice that Jezebel is just a snowman. A well-designed and disguised snowman.
Dick's finger in the snowman to see if it's all really just all snow.
It is indeed snow. The head falls off as you dig a finger in.
Why don't you done it, Jezebel? We need to put her head back on.
I'm gonna use detect magic.
Clara goes to put Jezebel's head back on.
There isn't any magic involved. It's just the disguise kit.
Oh, it's a dummy. It's a sub. No.
Put the head back on.
It falls off again.
No.
It's too late, Flora. You've killed her. Come on, let's go loot the dragon's treasure hoard.
She went in without us. No.
There's a sudden rumbling and a crash. You see 3 kobolds come flying out as the cave buries a third one. A fourth one, I mean.
No.
The entrance has caved in.
Oh no. And I can see this because I have dark vision, apparently.
You guys, wait. The map should be illuminated.
It is not.
Ah, stupid dynamic lighting. Is that better? Let me just do this then. Is that better?
There we go. Yeah.
When I set dynamic lighting up for one of the maps, it turns them on for all of them for some stupid reason.
Okay.
Anyway.
Clara goes up to them and says, "Are you okay?"
They all look to you in puzzlement. And one of them says, "What the hell is this creature saying? Can you understand it?"
She's looking for injuries.
They immediately leap back and hold their weapons up defensively.
Oh wait, they don't speak common, do they?
They do not.
And I don't have comprehend languages up right now. Which means I have to use a spell slot to do this.
Could you not use ritual?
Ritual takes 10 minutes.
Cora is going to. Like, can we still see the person that's buried, or are they just like.
They're dead.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna use a spell slot for comprehend languages because I don't think these guys are gonna wait 10 minutes.
Well, I mean, comprehend languages is only going to allow you to understand them.
Right.
Did you not have draconic?
I don't think anyone here knows Draconic.
Okay.
They all slowly back up another step.
I mean, I can understand Draconic, but I can't speak it.
It was Jezebel that was able to talk to them.
Yeah. Really? There.
No, it wasn't. I think we forgot a rule last game, and we let Cicada talk.
Is that they were speaking Draconic,
Hmm.
but they understood Common.
It might have been. Let me just quickly. You understand the meaning of any spoken language. Yeah, you were able to. Yeah, this is on me. I forgot that comprehend languages doesn't allow you to. So for now, I'll just say that. I'll say for now that your comprehend languages does allow you to speak the language, but just for this because that's my fault on that front. And
Okay.
yeah, basically it's not meant to do that. That's my bad. But I'll let you
Okay.
speak for now.
Don't you
Alrighty.
have telepathy anyway?
Well, technically, yeah. But it only lasts. It's like 30 feet. It's a range of 30 feet.
Either way, I'll let you choose. You can take the spell slot back or you can use telepathy. Because that was entirely my bad there.
Okay. But I'm pretty sure I'm still going to use it if they don't understand Common. So,
Well, what do you say?
alright. We're not gonna kill you?
They share a glance, and then they lower their weapons.
Thank God. What happened?
They glance towards the block cave, and then they say, "Cave in." That happens. There was a big boom, and then the cave caved in. There's a lot of big booms.
Oh, that might have been our fault. Dang. So, they said there, yeah, the explosives caved it in. Oof.
Did he ask him if the explosives came inside the cave?
Okay, do you happen to see anyone manage to get through into the cave before the cave in?
They shake their heads. I like.
No? Okay.
Staying out here isn't gonna do anything any good.
Hmm. And what do we do now? We kind of need to get in there.
I thought
Do
there
you
was
know
multiple
another way in
caves.
there?
Sorry, what did you say, Neku?
I thought there was multiple entrances.
Alright, they all look to you, Cicada, and then they say, "Why should we tell you how to get into our home?"
Huh, good question. Okay. Because we're looking for something very specific.
They all share another glance and they briefly huddle as they seem to discuss it.
Oh boy.
And in fact, you can actually hear them because they're not being very quiet. I mean, they probably just want to steal our treasure. Yeah, I know, but they also just defeated a dragon. You know, the dragon that was protecting us? You know, the dragon that stops those people from attacking us and killing us? Yeah, but what if they kill us anyway? Well, if we don't give them that treasure, they're gonna kill us anyway. But we can't really just tell everyone in the cave to, you know, oh, don't kill these adventurers. They're gonna kill you. I know, but we can save ourselves. You know, that's a good point. We could just save ourselves, and then we
You
can
know
go on.
I could hear you, right?
They all glance over and then say, "Do you mind? We're having a private conversation."
Sorry.
They all huddle back over. So, are we all in agreement then? Yeah, but do you think I could sneak in and get Susie before all the chaos starts out? I really like her. I think she's probably. Who the hell is Susie? Oh, sorry. I mean sus. You know, after sus. What the hell's a sus? You know, it's like snow, but because she said it really weird when she was a kid, she called it snus, and that became a name. And you like this, and you like this kobold. I mean, she's kind of cute and ditzy. Oh, fine, fine. We'll get her. We'll get her, and then we'll get out. Okay? Okay. And what about you? What about you? All right. They all turn around and then they say, "We will escort you on the condition that you let us quickly go in and bring out our our." They all pause for a moment. Our friend.
Lala, I'm dying. What have you done? Okay. That was completely out of character, but yeah, sure. No problem.
They all give a nod, and then they say, "Okay," and then they start moving this way.
Okay, they're gonna escort us inside. On the condition that we let their friends out.
Oh, okay. That's easy.
Yeah.
All right.
And we don't kill them, obviously.
So, they lead you toward an entrance and they briefly talk to the guards who all share glances, and there's another round of communication and discussion before the guards all nod. And you see the three kobolds briefly run inside before coming out with another kobold that has this a bright-eyed and curious expression and has her little hands up to her chest as she's looking around with her head resting on the hands as she goes, "Oh, oh, oh, oh." And the two kobolds that were discussing just give the other one a look, and then they all hurry away, including the guards at the front entrance.
Hi. And they just leave this one kobold here?
No, the kobolds all go together.
They all got. Okay.
Yeah, they told the guards they had a discussion, and then they took the friend of the other kobold with them and all left.
They all left. Okay.
At least the
So
ones
now
at the entrances.
Okay. So I guess we can all go inside now.
Kobolds.
So, you all head inside?
Yeah, I
Alright.
suppose.
As you head inside and step into the cave, you see even more kobolds who had noticed the commotion at the entrance but hadn't gotten up from where they were. And as you all enter, they immediately jump for their weapons and a cry echoes out. Intruders!
Wait, we come in peace. I try to use telepathy on the nearest kobold.
The kobold does not care. You just barged
Oh.
in and they're going to defend the place. Like, they didn't see you fell the dragon. They didn't see any of that. All they know is you are here and the guards didn't get you, so you're clearly dangerous and must be stopped.
Hey, we don't want to fight.
And with that, you can either roll initiative or they are going to attack.
I
Oh,
would like, I would like to cast Dark Vision on myself.
I'll-
Okay,
I'll
I guess
allow
we're
it.
rolling initiative now.
I'll allow it because you knew you guys were going into a cave, and it's time to roll initiative.
Oh god dang it.
Because, yeah, these guys don't know who you are. And Dark Vision for Nickel is Night Vision 60 save. That should do it.
So part of me was like, I use mental majesty and command, and oh, they don't know common.
Nope, they don't know common.
Wow, we all suck on initiative.
Those kobolds are going to kill us.
Kill a dragon, die by the kobold.
So, has everyone rolled? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're missing 6. Okay. The kobolds all charge. And
Oh no.
let's see, their movement is 30 feet. Yep, okay. So this one gets here. This one.
DM,
Yes?
Ryu rolled a 20 on this initiative.
Oh, I see. One moment then.
Yeah. I'm just letting you know that, I'm sorry.
Did you not click on your token, Ryu?
I forgot.
Yeah, that would do it. Alright, Ryu, you may go.
Okay, so he's gonna step up, he's gonna step up, by the way, his sword is out, and I believe it gives off a light.
Alright.
Let's see. The radiant head emits a bright light in a 15-foot radius and dim light for an additional 15 feet.
Okay.
And he is going... Okay, steps up, and he is going to use Spirit Guardians. Please load. There. There it is.
And there we go. So everyone in a 15-foot range needs to make a wisdom save.
There is, and any areas there is altitude, and if there is, I have marked the areas where it is relevant.
Is this a ravine?
No, it's just like that. There's only like a 5-foot jump. You can easily step up it, you know. That's why it's not marked where this area up here is.
Is it ice?
It's ice, yes.
Then
Okay.
then he's gonna step. He's trying to make himself stand out. And the spirit, he's mostly using this to intimidate them.
Just a moment. Let me add an aura. Spirit Guardians is 15 feet. Okay. And is that your turn?
He's got the he's going to stay there. He's going to stay there with the spirit guardians and floating around.
Let me actually make sure they're actually in the squares. Alright. It is now the kobold's turn. Let me just make sure they're all in there. Good. So this guy is going to Let me actually roll an intelligence check for them really quick. Oh, okay. He's going to run right to you.
But no. Which means he has to make a wisdom save, and he
Which he
failed.
fails. And so he takes 13 damage. Fortunately for the kobold, they are quite tougher than your average little kobold.
Oh, of course.
And
they
he
are.
still gets an attack off. He's going to attack with his spear. With an 18.
That matches.
Okay. You take 1 piercing damage.
Just a poke.
This guy goes in. Wisdom save. Fails. Spear.
No.
Nope.
Minus 13.
Ow. -2? Their strength score is bad.
This guy is going to go to here. And he's going to chuck his spear at the bunny because tasty. And that's gonna miss.
No.
This he now longer. Let me just actually quickly mark him so I know which ones don't have their spear anymore.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So these guys are either brave or stupid.
This guy is also going to chuck his spear, but he'll chuck it at the one with the magical aura and throw.
It's a net 20.
Does an 18 hit you, right, Ryu?
I just said it. I just said I have 18.
Yeah, oh, I thought so. You take 7 piercing damage.
Ooh,
This guy
that,
is.
that one hit hard.
Ow, I'm hurting. I'm hurting so badly right now.
This guy is going to go in. Wisdom save. Oops. 13 is another fail. So he takes 13. And then he's going to attack with his legendary spear. And, yep. I also forgot to mark this guy as having thrown their spear. This guy's going to move here. Wisdom save. Fail. Spear.
My goodness.
Minus 13 again. This guy's going to back up a bit. This guy is going to come out here. This guy is also going to come out here to here. And they are all going to take a shot at Ryu because you're the closest and I believe their range is only like 30, like 60. Is it 60? Why don't I have it set to 5 feet? I'm pretty sure a short bow is like... A short bow is 30-60, right, Korax?
Short bow is 83-20.
80-20. Okay, let me just
Yeah,
quickly
you're
fix
thinking
that.
of like
80/20.
Yeah, you're thinking of hand crossbows.
Yeah, there we go. So yeah, they can all
Alright.
hit, so let's see. Well, they would have failed anyway, except for that ice ball that rolled a 13.
he's talking about Ryu.
Oh, I see. Anyway, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 shots with the short bow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 18. The 18 and the 22 hit. So you take 6 plus 6 plus 2 plus 3. You take 17 damage.
Jeez.
Is that me?
Yeah. They're just peppering you.
And that will be it for their turn. But I'm going to just, Yep. The other kobolds aren't attacking yet. They're just watching.
Ugh. This isn't good.
Is trying to kill me with bug bites really the best you guys can do?
And Clara can just heal him. Oh boy, what am I going to do here? Oh wait, Ryu, you have to roll some con saves. for your concentration.
Huh?
Yeah,
You have a concentration spell up, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
And you're gonna have to roll her constitution a couple of times.
Constitution?
Yeah, to concentrate on the spell while you're getting hit. Every time you take damage, you gotta roll a con save.
Nope.
Yeah, it's gone. Alright.
You managed to succeed on that one.
Depends on how high Charlotte's modifier is.
3.
Alright.
At least one.
Yeah, alright, you succeed. Roll, let's see, you need to roll 1, 2... I'll say 3 more should do it. I'm too lazy to go back and count. So just roll a con save 3 more times. Yep. Pass.
You're good.
Okay.
Can't do fast genius twice.
Alright, Cicada?
Okay. This isn't going well. These guys are being a nuisance in front of Ryu, so I'm going to use... How far does Eldritch Blast go? 120 feet. These guys in the back have arrows, don't they?
Yep.
Just all 4 of them back here?
Mm-hmm. There's 5 though.
Okay. I am going to use Eldritch Blast on this guy all the way over here.
Alright.
Oops, that was the wrong button. I'm considering that at the moment. I'm not sure.
30-foot cone. Anyway, 13. Yeah, that'll hit. So you deal
Okay.
8, 9, 10. And then you do 16.
Hold
so...
on, I don't have Hex up, sorry.
Oh. So you deal 18 damage in total. Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, that's not right. Let me just...
Just
Yeah, there we go. Alright.
would
Yes.
telepathy be a free action or a bonus action?
It should say in the spell what it is.
It's a feature, not a spell, though.
I believe it's an action then.
Oh,
Is that your turn?
yeah.
Clara.
So should I fear them or heal Ryu?
Probably heal Ryu.
Yeah, I'm not even actually able to see Ryu's HP because it's underneath another token.
Well,
How are you doing, Ryu?
you could always roleplay it out.
Hey, Ryu, do you need healing or are you good?
To be on the safe side.
So, you do or don't need healing?
Please?
Okay. So Clara is going to go up here. Actually, Clara is going to be lazy. She's going to be all lazy. She's going to expend an action to summon her fragment.
Alright.
Let's see, it's over here. Fragment goes up to Ryu. And cast.
Well, it's an action, so...
Cast some
Cure Wounds is also an action, so you'd need to use Healing Word instead.
But you get an extra action with the fragment. You get an action, the fragment gets an action.
Is that true?
1 second. Let me see how I worded it. As an action, you can split yourself. On your turn, you gain. You don't get it until your next turn.
I don't?
Mm-hmm.
I was not aware of that. Okay, in that case, I will be less lazy.
Otherwise, it'd just be an easy way to gain an extra action.
Okay. So that's 10, and I heal you.
We'll take that old roll, and is that your turn?
And I'm going to move back here, and that's the end of my turn.
Okay. Ryu, you heal that much. Korax, it is your turn.
And
How many?
well,
20.
Korax is gonna walk forward, and as my bonus action, she's gonna start with this. And her voice rings out loud. The dragon is dead. More people will be coming soon. I advise you all leave.
Roll persuasion.
You know they don't know common, right?
You can still roll persuasion. You just have they just won't understand what you're saying. But your tone will carry through.
Well, okay. 14.
14.
Can I speak with the nearest kobold and say, he said that the dragon's dead and there's more people coming?
Let's see.
That matches.
So, you see the ones at the back that haven't started engagement all pause and share a glance. The ones that are currently in battle with you are they're too focused on fighting and they don't really hear the words or the tone. But the ones at the back that haven't started fighting yet all pause briefly as they hear that. These ones back here, I mean.
Oh.
Well, that's something at least. I'm gonna go ahead and cast Sleep on the ones that are with my action on the ones that are locked in combat with Ryu.
You used your action to try and persuade them.
Oh.
Bonus action, though.
The bonus action.
The bonus action was the Channel Divinity. Okay, that's my turn.
Charlotte. Nickel.
Hi, I just got a question.
Yeah?
So, this is about, like, if I were to use a cone attack.
Mm-hmm.
So, from the point of origin of Charlotte, would the cone go like this?
Give me a moment and I will get you a cone to show you.
I would appreciate that.
Is it 30 foot?
It's 15.
15? Okay. Let me grab the cone and bring it over.
Much appreciated.
Push.
If I recall correctly, there are diagonal cones on that page too.
Okay.
Hold on a moment. There we go.
Okay. So it would be basically one block and then 3 blocks.
Also, you accidentally shrunk one of the NPCs.
Alright, let me get the diagonal cone. 15-foot cone, 45 degrees. There we go. Alright. Delete. Paste. Shrink down to the right size. There you go.
And that's diagonal.
Yep. Like that.
Okay, and the front cone is 1 block. Okay, I got it. I got it. Alright, I'm going to step forward.
Okay.
Actually, I'm going to move this way. and I'll be taking an opportunity attack.
Alright. This kobold still has their spear. You take 2 damage.
I will take the whole 2.
I know, it's super scary.
I will then make the cannon in front right here.
Okay. Your
That's my
cannon.
and I'm going to choose the flamethrower model and attack straight on. That's my bonus action.
Like this.
No, like the other one.
One moment.
I'm sorry.
We're trying.
There.
You might be able to fire from here if you're using that method.
There.
I'm trying not to hit Korax.
That's true.
Wasn't
And
sure how
you.
far it goes.
Flip.
Yeah.
Okay. So, roll your attack.
This
Save.
is a dex save. DC is 14,
Okay.
and they succeeded, take half damage.
Roll the damage.
What is this?
You got the.
Possible.
They gave you the kobold curse.
No.
Hey, if it makes you feel better, that actually works very well with my plan of trying not to actually kill any of them.
Alright. That's your turn.
Yeah.
Here you.
I just gave him a little warmth.
Alright. I am going to use. I'm going to use Guardian of Faith.
Ooh. New spell. New spell.
Did you mean to whisper that, or is that just a being yellow?
Oh, that's just a description.
Okay.
And he is
Great.
going to place it at there.
Alright. You know what? I'll just use your fragment as the guardian for now.
Okay.
Again, trying to intimidate them.
Cause that way you already have control of it and all that.
It says large, by the way.
Oh man.
Alright. The ice bolts here all immediately drop their weapons and surrender. Hold on.
Okay.
We use this icon. Like, they're pretty badly hurt. In fact,
Also fire.
this guy also drops their weapon. And these two... Alright. Let's see how intelligent the rest of them are.
Boy.
Okay.
At least 3 of them are not as intelligent.
This guy is smart enough to drop his weapon and step back. This guy, however, is going to try and attack the giant beast that appeared.
Even though he doesn't have a weapon.
Oh, they have a weapon. It's just so. Let's see. That's a wisdom save, no dex save. Yeah,
Yeah.
he straight up dies.
He takes
Whoop.
20 radiant damage.
He just straight up slips on a banana peel and dies. Next one is this guy up the top here. He's gonna shoot at Ryu. and his bow is going to snap. This guy is not going to. So he gets the potion symbol. In fact, this guy also gets the potion symbol. And this guy... this guy did not. This guy did. And... this guy was actually convinced by the nat 20 of the other guy.
Okay. Thank God.
Cicada.
Okay, I'm going to telepathically talk to this one over here and say, can you please tell your friend to stop shooting at us? Battle's over.
The guy pauses for a moment and then goes, "Yeah, stop shooting, you might hit us. We're kinda hurt here." The other kobold goes, "Occupational hazard."
Look, we're not going to kill you. We're trying not to be violent here.
Oh yeah? Lower your weapons then.
Okay.
I never took out my weapon.
I did.
Okay, alright, everybody. No more weapons. We're done.
Alright. Clara?
Clara is just going to stand. Just gonna lean against the wall and do nothing.
Alright. Corax.
Which one of these kobolds? Wait, so did the Guardian, this one over here, did the Guardian of Faith do more than twice its max?
Pardon?
Did the Guardian Faith, the Guardian of Faith, did it do more than double its max? This kobold?
No. Sorry. I'm sneezing. Okay, it's gone. Yeah, no, it just... It brought it to 0.
Okay, so it is on death saves then.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm just gonna cure wounds him real fast.
Really?
Yep.
Okay.
No need to kill him.
Okay. He wouldn't actually be unconscious, he'd just be laying there and staring up at you and like... He says in Draconic, which you can't understand, "If you kiss me, I will stab you."
I think he said thanks.
And you don't need to lie for his sake, Cicada.
Okay.
Charlotte?
I'm just gonna casually lean on the wall and put my weapon away, but my cannon is still out.
Rhea?
He's standing there. He puts his sword away, crosses his arms, and just taps his foot impatiently.
Fine. You win. Combat is now over.
Thank God.
No, those kobolds will kick their asses. I agree with you guys.
Like, yeah, there is no timeline in which Korax was going to slaughter all these guys. There was no need.
Yeah, there was absolutely no need to slaughter every single one of them. So,
They all stop you from going further into the cave, though, and they do say, "But seriously, why are you here?"
so, can you... So, Dragon's dead. That's a thing. I'm telling to this nearest kobold here.
Yeah. He's listening.
Okay. And, we came in here looking for something very specific. We're not here to take your treasure. Only just one thing. And then we'll leave.
And if we don't give you this treasure?
Then we will leave and we'll come back more.
wouldn't be advisable to stay here anyway. Hey, 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 hey. We're not here for your treasure, Kobold. We're here for the dragon's treasure.
We're here for the dragon's treasure specifically.
The dragon's treasure is our treasure.
No, it's the dragon's treasure.
Yeah, and we serve the dragon, therefore it's our treasure.
I think the dragon would disagree with you.
We're its
The
treasure,
dragon is
therefore
dead.
it's our treasure.
But basically, if you stay here, we're eventually just gonna come back with more people and just clear this place out completely. So,
And tell them that and and, and, and tell them there's a village age of gnomes with better treasure away down south.
oh god.
The
I mean,
kobold
if you-
just lets out a breath and then says, "Wait here. I'll go get boss."
Okay.
And he heads off.
They're gonna get
Is
his
there
ball.
a town of gnomes?
And no, I made it up.
Oh,
The
they
other
don't know that. They don't understand common.
This kobold heads up and starts scaling the cliffs. And you guys are left to your own devices for the moment.
Is it a new day or is it still the other day?
This is the new day. So, I still have like 45 minutes left of comprehend languages.
They're only going to be like 10 minutes. I just wanted to give you guys a chance to roleplay.
Okay. So,
Cora
that
pulls
went.
out the box, makes an attempt, and is like, curses!
Okay.
What were you saying? Go on.
Well, that went well. Better than expected, anyway.
We wasted more time on these guys than we did the dragon.
Well, at least the dragon is dead. And that was the biggest threat here. These guys don't seem like much of a threat, to be honest.
You're just
long as
lucky
they-
you're just lucky you surrendered before we were able to bring in Basil.
Here's Basil.
Oh, well, they're all named Basil, but it's our pet basilisk.
Oh. We have a basilisk.
They're all called Basil. Sometimes they turn one of us to stone. We use them as
Oh.
decoration.
Oh. Oh yeah, I can kinda spot him all the way over here. And like, yeah, nope, not looking over in that direction.
Like, it's hard to tell with your night vision, but you actually realize that it's chewing on a statue of a kobold.
Oh. No. I don't think it's their pet.
It's it's also not their cave.
I mean, they used to serve a dragon. It's the dragon's cave.
Yes.
And
I
they're
just wanted to
sworn
say-
here.
Just wanted to say really quickly, if you rent a room, it's your room. Even if it belongs
Yeah.
to someone else.
Oh, I thought we were just morally justifying why we were invading their home and killing them all. My bad.
No.
That was out of character. I just wanted to mention that as a side thing because Yeah.
I am very specifically not killing them all.
That's a damn shame.
alright.
I don't want to kill an entire race of ice kobolds, okay?
You see the injured kobold that went off, briefly return, and then a much larger kobold slowly moves and scales down the cliff and follows.
Oh, that's a big kobold. Dang.
The other kobold, scurries away as this kobold steps forward and stands in front of you. This kobold, compared to the other kobolds that are about, gnomish to human size, this kobold is quite large. Like, he's clearly been eating well.
But to scale, how big is he compared to Korax?
He's probably just as tall, if not slightly taller than Korax. I just
Almost
made the
as big as-
I just made the token bigger so that it was easier to compare.
Okay. So he's not literally a large creature, he's just big.
Yeah,
About as big as a dragonborn.
yeah, basically. And
Big.
he speaks common.
Oh my gosh. Finally.
Oh, oh, good.
Let me
Hey,
actually
hey,
introduce him
Patrick.
because otherwise you guys won't know he speaks common.
Right.
So you are the trespassers.
Oh,
Thank
And
goodness someone speaks common.
And
finally.
I guess that is a way to describe us. As your lord is dead, and more people will be coming soon. It would be best advised for you all to find another home.
You're seeking an artifact, right, from our treasure?
Yeah.
Would you describe the artifact?
It's an orb.
I see.
The big crystal ball.
Well, I can bring you over to the treasure, one of you, and you can look for it. We will be watching you, making sure you don't steal any of it. But I do think it might have vanished. See, we used to have it at the top of our pile because it was magic and it shimmered, but it's vanished.
I mean, I can go take a look if it's still there. I have detect magic. I can see magic things.
We're only allowing one of you because otherwise there's too many people to watch near our treasure.
Clara comes to the conclusion that it's not going to be her, so she just sets up a speaker and starts playing some classical music.
I mean, I can do it.
Up to you guys.
Very well.
It should be either me or Korax.
Why would you say that?
And I disagree. Cicada, Cicada will be the only one. Cicada is the only one here, or who knows, who will be able to analyze if it's really what we're after.
I'm not too comfortable with letting her go off alone with a bunch of kobolds.
For you?
If
Everything's gonna be
if
okay.
of course, that's only a problem if our hosts. That's only a problem if our hosts try to stab us in the back. But of course, our honorable hosts would never do that, would they? It looks pointedly at the big kobold.
I really don't care for your platitudes. Are you gonna just hurry up and decide so I can get this over with?
Alright.
I've
I
got to
guess I
move
can
to
go.
prepare for,
All right, fine. But but I'm going to use a send. I'm going to use ascending toward I'm gonna use a sending spell on her, or at 5 minutes after she leaves my sight. If I don't hear back from her,
He ignores you and steps forward, plucking Cicada up by the back of her hood, and just casually dumps her on the back of his fur coat and just says, "Hang on."
Okay.
And then he carries you and just scales up the cliff almost like he's walking, slowly bringing you up past more and more kobolds to the large treasure pile. He then points to a certain section. This is where it was.
Okay.
The rest is all
So-
frozen into the ice.
Yeah, I can see that. So I'm going to use detect magic.
You detect nothing magical.
Nothing magical out of this whole horde?
Yup. Oh, well, no, you do actually detect a scroll.
All I see is a scroll, and that's it. Oh dear.
It was here before the loud explosions went off, and then it was gone by the time we looked next.
Where did the explosions come from exactly?
You know, the explosions that made made one of our entrances cave in.
Oh. So it must have dropped somewhere. Oh dear. Is it okay that I make a perception check to see if I can't find it?
You may try.
Oh no,
You look around, but you don't see any cracks or crevices that it could have fallen into.
that's not good.
If you're done, I'll take you back down.
Can we at least get a little bit of compensation though?
He picks you up and carries you away from the treasure.
I'll take that as a no.
Compensation for breaking into your home. It's like thieves trying to steal, and they're like, you got nothing. Can we take something anyway?"
Yeah, sure, I'll give you compensation.
Yeet.
And he just places you down and then walks away.
It's gone.
I thought so.
what?
It's like it went missing when the explosives went off.
Eyes narrow. Oh,
Which
very well
which,
done.
which explosives? Ours?
Probably.
Do you? Sending to Jezebel now, please. Ask her where she is.
Cicada, you never really asked the kobolds what caused the cave to explode, did ya? They said explosives, but you never specify which explosives.
You see Ryu bring a hand up to his ear and say, "Hey, Jezebel, did you sneak in here? Did you sneak in here and take the orb yourself?"
I'm asking her right now.
Boy. I mean, I tried to ask them, but he doesn't
kinda-
seem much for conversation.
Well, at least your motives are easy to spot.
As he sees that you guys are quietly discussing, he turns his attention to the other kobolds and barks out some orders in Draconic. Now, Cicada, you can hear these. He's basically telling everyone to pack up the gold and get ready to leave. And say good, and try and see if they can blindfold the Basils so they can move.
Okay. It looks like they're packing up to leave.
Either way, you got time while you wait for a response. Ninja's still at work, so it might take a while.
Okay.
She bought dynamite. That much I remember.
But now just assume you got no response.
She's not responding.
I hope she's okay.
Yeah, I do too.
Well, what would you guys like to do now?
This felt like a bust.
It is and isn't. We got what we needed already before we even needed to come in.
Great. We went through all this trouble. One of us is missing, and that person who is missing also happens to be the only person who knows how to knows where to find our client.
I mean, I know where to find them, but...
You see the leader, Kobold, slowly begin to approach you once more.
Yes?
Can I
He-
help you?
He seems to be pausing for a moment. Here. And he throws down a bag at you and walks away.
Ryu checks the bag.
Inside, you find 3,000 gold and a scroll.
Oh.
Well, at least we won't be going home At least we won't be going back completely empty-handed.
That's 500 gold each.
Oh my goodness. I can finally pay back Jezebel.
Well, in the end of things, I guess we should head back to town.
I wonder if this will help my grandfather any.
Wait, can I see that scroll for a minute?
He'll have handed it to her.
Okay. What kind of scroll is it?
It's a scroll of divination.
Ooh. The divination. 4th level divination spell. For
Wait,
clerics.
divination's a divination spell?
Yes.
What?
Who would have thought?
So should we head back now?
Yeah.
There's no sense sticking around here.
So, you all head out and you move to make camp for the day. Jezebel is not there, I just haven't removed their token just yet.
Okay.
Grabbing it now. It just takes a while to load. Boom. So, is there anything you guys want to do while you're taking a long rest or short rest?
I mean, I guess we can just take a short rest for now.
Alright. It
But,
will be a 2-day journey to get out of the mountains. So it's going to be a little bit of time. Because it took you.
okay.
And then it's going to be, I think, another 3 days to get back to the city. I think that was the rough estimate. If I remember.
Alrighty.
Ryu's gonna get a sending out and asks, "Hey, grandfather, we finished a job and we're heading back to the city. How are you holding up?"
You get no response.
Not him too.
Uh, is he not answering?
Not him. Not Jezebel. Jezebel. Oh, at least I know can fend for herself. But him, especially considering what we just went through.
Maybe we should go back and check on him.
Would you? You guys don't mind?
We're heading back
I thought-
anyway.
All right then. Thank you.
I won't
Let's
mind.
hurry.
Yeah. Oh boy. If I put spells. I'm just looking at the gold that I have now and looking at what spells I can do. I'll just be broke again.
Welcome to being a wizard at a warlock edition. Welcome to Wizard
Welcome to being
Warlock
a pack-
edition.
Well,
Yeah.
welcome, and also welcome to not getting a proper crack at the dragon's horde.
So,
Yep.
We
You
got
guys did
something?
one fight.
So. As you all finally exit the mountains and get back onto grassy terrain, you all hear a loud thud, 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 and you see a pair of chicken legs and a flat piece of land with a house atop it slowly walking towards you.
Oh my
Oh.
god. It's
Bad.
this thing again.
On top of the house, holding a fishing rod and appearing to be fishing in some sort of garden pond, is someone quite familiar.
Oh my god. Hey, Cricket. What are you
Oh,
doing
Cricket.
here?
He looks down at you as the walking bit of land lowers down and slips back into the ground. You see a cat head pull itself out of the ground and turn towards you. Mins too speaks before Cricket can respond.
Uh.
Meow. I return. Meow. Allah said that I am to follow you. Meow. And if you say to return to Allah or to leave you, that I am to return to you again. Meow.
Oh. I
Clara
guess
goes
we're
over to
stuck
the
with.
cat head and starts petting it.
Pardon?
Clara is petting the cat head.
Purr.
So
I
we're pet
guess
sit-
we're stuck with this then.
So we're pet sitting for the gods now.
Eh.
Cricket
No,
then
this is our pet.
Cricket then speaks up and says, I saw this piece of land randomly walking in a direction and I figured I'd sit down. I decided to build a house on it.
You built this house?
Yeah.
Just how long ago did you find this piece of land?
Well, let's see. Your journey was about I think it was 2 weeks to get to the Elf City. Let me double check that really quick. Elf City 20
Manage.
hours. Oh, it was 2 days.
It was over a week ago.
By this point, because you spent some time traveling into the mountains. Was about a couple of days ago.
Wow,
You
you
built-
built fast.
He just shrugs.
And where did you find it?
It's around the Pegasus foothills.
Huh. Well, I guess we're stuck with this now.
There we go.
What are we gonna do with the horses?
Can I keep it?
Listen, we're in a hurry to get back to the city. So, can we talk about this later?
Alright.
Alright, I guess we can take it back to the city.
Is there a place to put our horses on it?
There actually is the small stable.
Oh my god. Yes. Okay.
And there's even a little ornately decorated sign near the door that just says cricket.
I guess this is Cricket's house now.
I'm happy to let him have it. By the way, Cricket, last we met, did you borrow a sword hilt from our friend?
Oh, yeah.
Wait, you
Yeah,
Well, I thought you guys
You-
knew that.
Do you still have it?
maybe.
are you going to give that back to us, or
Weren't you in a rush?
I'm gonna roll insight.
oh? Okay.
He doesn't want to give it back. Either way, he will turn his attention to Mittens 2 and just say, "Take us to that elf city we passed." Meow, I do not listen to your orders. Meow.
Take us to that elf city you passed.
Meow, as you command. Boom.
Okay.
Boom. Boom.
Here we go.
You arrive there about midday, and, the island just sinks back down.
Clara
Ryu-
steps off of the land area in question, and it says, "So, what happens to the land that it merged onto?"
You already know that. It leaves like a circular hole behind where it rested. It pushes the
There was a
ground.
crater. Okay.
Yeah, it leaves a small crater where it was.
Without
Okay.
without even a word, Ryu is going to run right back into the city.
Cricket goes back to his fishing in a pond that has no fish.
Okay. I'm gonna go talk to him.
Alright. What do you ask?
Uh, if you don't mind me, I have a few questions.
Yeah?
Why did you take it?
I do not like them.
Them?
I do not like her.
Her? You mean You mean the gods, or? Or Jezebel, or?
I do not like the god of magic.
I'm not sure if he broke up there. Or he just paused for dramatic effect.
I do not like the god of magic.
Yeah, a lot of people don't seem to like her for some reason.
She's a bitch.
Whoa!
I mean, even Vienna would agree with that, right? Like, Vienna strikes me as the type to, like, wear that title with pride, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. That sounds true.
So, you took that to fight her or protect us?
He looks at you and he simply says, I do not want her touching you.
Oh,
Bit late for that.
oof. The thing is, Takeda has never actually interacted with Fiona at all. She's only heard mentions of her a number of times.
He reaches over and he places a hand on your head.
Nah, not again. Sorry, it's just
He doesn't pet you, he just
I
places
don't.
it on your head.
Eh. No, don't like being touched. Nah.
He retracts his hand
Sorry,
and
just
goes back to fishing.
sorry, just bad trauma. Went to a circus. Wasn't fun.
I know.
What? What do you mean you know?
He glances back over to you. And then he goes back to fishing.
At this
You
point,
cut out for me
if-
there.
Sorry, I'll let you speak in a moment, Charlotte. I'm just gonna quickly say what I said. He glanced over to you, and then he went back to fishing. Alright, now you can speak, Charlotte.
At this moment, Charlotte would approach it too, not really leaving towards the city as she sits down next to Cricket and watching the fish, the pretend fishing happening here. Mind if I stay here for a bit? I got a bad feeling about the city right now.
Sure.
A lot of events being played in the background, and I'm not really comfortable with a lot of them.
A lot of people messing with others' lives.
Oh, so you've seen those too?
He just stares at the pond and lifts up a hand and then fish appear in the pond. And then he goes back to fishing.
Magic fish.
I never really asked about much of Cicada's life. It's been interesting, I suppose. I just could never find the right time to ask.
It's her story to tell.
It is. As I have
mean,
told
I'm-
mine. Yeah, Charles, pretending you're not there right now, by the way.
So, of course, I'm gonna walk up to Cricket and be like, so, are you enjoying your new body then?
It is sufficient.
Okay.
Cicada is so confused. What is everybody talking about?
Yeah. So is Korax.
Are you guys?
Cora looks around, sees you guys being confused, and Claire says, "Didn't Charlotte say that this is Cicada's patron,
That's a guess.
or at least guess?"
I'm glad you can never keep a secret, Cora. That's never changed.
She pauses for a moment. She's like,
That
"Oh,
can't be true, right?
Divine sense.
to be fair, I was not aware that was a secret in the party sense."
I'm just surprised you just said it like that, and you ratted me out at the same time.
Gorax, you've already used Divine Sense on Cricket. Don't you remember?
No, I don't.
Just a moment then. Let me go and check what their Divine Sense gives off.
It's been a bit since we've seen them.
Well, since we did the divine sense bit anyway.
Yeah.
I believe it's Celestial.
I remember it being celestial.
Yeah, and that is not what Atropos showed up as.
Yeah, Celestial. What were you saying, Cicada?
That can't be true, can it? I mean, the
last. Well, that's not Atropos, unless they've changed a lot.
There was a transmutation stone.
I imagine Cricket is just not saying anything at all.
Cricket caught a fish. He picks it up by its tail and just straight up eats it.
Change of subject. Tell me,
Before that, really quick, Ryu, we'll get to you. I know you're waiting on that. Just I want to do this first, okay?
All right.
Sorry.
I know you're getting a little patient. It's only going to be a little longer. All right, continue, Korax.
Change of subject. The Witch Queen. You said you don't like her. Did she do anything to you in particular, or do you just not like her in general?
She has a habit of taking what she wants.
And a habit you share, it would seem.
I do not want her near.
You don't want her near Cicada. Is that what he said? He doesn't want her near Cicada, or?
He didn't say near Cicada. He just said I don't want her near.
That's okay.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
gonna roll insight again. Okay to roll insight again?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, good. I like rolling these against this guy.
Yeesh.
He really does not like Vienna. And he is not trying to hide that.
Okay, but I was more inside what he's trying to say when he didn't say near who.
Roll perception.
Oh, okay.
You did see it. You did notice that his tail is, while not touching Cicada, it is slightly curled around her.
Okay.
Like just behind her, not touching her, just it's curled off in her direction.
Got it.
Oh.
That's fine. This is for Charlotte's only information room.
Oh. Cicada
Charlotte just
doesn't
gets
notice
off.
this.
Charlotte just gives a small snicker.
Huh? I'm so confused. Is he my patron or not?
Likely not. I changed my deduction later.
Cricket turns his head and looks
Celestial.
directly at Cicada.
He's a celestial of some kind. Beyond that, I have no idea.
Okay, so Cricket turns his head towards Cicada. And he asks her, "Do you want me to be?" And that is where we're going to pause that. Meanwhile, in the Elf City. Ryu?
Cliffhangers.
He is basically power walking through the city. He is quickly searching back and forth, calling out for his grandfather.
You call out
Grandfather!
and call out and call out. You don't get a response.
He's going to go where he saw him last. He's going to go to where he saw his grandfather last, which was about right here, I think.
I don't know, was it?
All I remember is a magic shop.
I don't know.
So anyway, regardless, he finds the spot he saw. He finds the spot that he saw Elnath last.
You see nothing but a fairly clean street.
Are there any guards nearby?
Questions.
Shh, Cicada. Shh.
Okay.
Are there any guards nearby?
There's a couple.
He goes up to one of them and asks, "Excuse me, was there a gray-haired elf performing community service here recently?"
Oh yeah, that guy. Ugh, he was an absolute pain to guard. We went to get him just yesterday from the tavern he was staying at, and the next thing we knew, he was gone. Like, we went to get him in the we dropped him off at the night, and when we went to get him in the morning, he was gone. Current consensus is he skipped town.
I tried getting a sending out to him and he got no response.
Well, we don't know where he is.
Damn it. Thank you anyway.
Hey? What do you do now?
He is going to visit the taverns and ask around and ask the tenders there or clerks, whatever you want to call them. He's gonna ask them about his grandfather.
So, you ask the 3 taverns, and it's at Shady's Tavern that you're able to get some information. There was indeed a grey-haired elf staying there. However, they ran out of money, and the tavern owner had to start a tab for them, and then they found out that they were being forced to do community service for payment, so they're a bit annoyed because they had the room and they haven't paid for it yet, and they just vanished. So they've just put all their stuff away and is putting the room out.
So they have no idea where he is either.
I mean, I did see him heading over to I think it was I think it was in the direction of the bookstore, maybe.
Bookstore. All right, thank you.
They pointed down towards the public library, by the way.
So he's heading down there on the way to the bookstore.
You head over to the bookstore, and then they say, "Oh, yeah, that elf. He was here. He appeared to be asking for work, and we directed him over towards a nice little bakery that said they could offer some work. They mentioned something about knowing a shoe salesman."
Oh dear.
All right, bakery. Thank you.
Oh dear.
You head over to the bakery. "Oh yeah, we directed him over to 123 Bake Street. They're looking for people to help sell shoes over there."
What was the street called again?
123 Fake Street.
And where is this? What is this shoe place called?
It's called the Shoelace.
All right, thank you.
You head over and you talk to the attendant at the front. At the front desk. "Oh yes, that man. He did briefly come by here, and we gave him some work that he could do to earn some money."
Where did you send him off to?
"Well, we told him to sell some shoes, and well, he ran off with the shoes, I suppose."
Don't suppose you could tell me where he was supposed to deliver them.
It was just a general commission job, you know. Go around, knock on doors. "Hey, would you like to buy some shoes?"
So he's just off going door to door trying to sell shoes.
That's the last I saw.
All right, okay, so he should be in a residential area.
Perhaps.
All right, I'm gonna go check. Thank you.
Oh no.
You head to the residential area, and you knock on a few doors. They mention that there was indeed an elf that came by there, but that he moved on, and you believe he went towards the slum district. And this continues on and on for, I'd say, about an hour of you running around and being led on circles until you eventually make it back to the tavern.
He
With-
he he's gonna take a seat and eat and drop his face on the table in exhaustion. Where in the world did he go?
Is that all you do for now?
Unless Ryu finds out anything else.
Okay. Oh, you hear a rumor of a grey head band.
No. You're
So
just
he's
gonna
gonna
be led in
he's
circles.
actually gonna set he's actually is going to send in shoot a sending at Korax saying, "Hey Korax, did you happen to see my grandfather leaving town?"
Sorry,
Did
Back-
I, DM?
1 second. Back to the others. Cricket has just asked their question to Cicada when you get that that sending, Corax? You did not.
It, 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 in
If you need time to think of an answer, I can go to Cicada first.
yeah, go ahead.
Alright?
Because it's not that I need time to and think of an answer. It's more that like I would try to do it in a way that wouldn't interrupt the conversation.
Alright. Cicada? Cricket has just asked, would you like him to be?
Um, I mean, I technically already do have a patron, but I haven't spoken to him in months.
Incorrect. You've spoken to him just this morning.
You're already my patron? What? You look so different.
I may appear different, but I'm really not. The coloring, even the name is a reflection of you.
Birds could blush.
And I am going to briefly bring back a certain fragment. Just a casual hint thing. Yep.
Oh my god. So, that's why I couldn't use my fragment.
Yep.
I actually don't get it. That just skipped over my head.
Yeah, he took it.
Oh, okay. Now I get it.
He took her fragment and used it to make a body of his own.
So
Okay.
he's no longer a world born dead. He's alive. Oh boy.
Does it feel great to not be bringing undead up on everyone?
I have always been watching over you. And I will continue to do so.
Wow. I don't know what to say.
You don't need to say anything.
Uh, okay. Where the heck is Ryu? We should probably go look for him now.
He turns his head back to the pond and resumes his fishing.
Okay.
Charlotte flops
It's
on
like
the grass
cicadas.
and just lays down.
Yeah, this is a lot for her to process right now, so she's trying to focus on other things.
Well, Corax, where is Ryu?
Ooh. Ooh. Korax like puts a finger to her ear. No, we haven't seen him. So, Ryu is in the city. It would seem that Elnath has skipped. It has disappeared.
As soon as you tell him you haven't seen him, you hear a voice yell out from in the middle of the city. You yell out, "Gods!"
Eh?
In any case,
We should go find
yeah. In any case, Atticus,
It's Cricket.
you cricket. So you not liking Vienna, and again, and have you had any personal dealings with her in general, or do you just dislike her by reputation?
Why do you care?
Because if you had any personal dealings with her and a look of distaste crosses Korax's face, I was wondering if you knew how to get in contact with her.
I do not.
Shame.
Well, Cicada is going to take a bit of a break from all this heavy stuff, revelations, and go find Ryu.
Charlotte?
Is not going near that city.
That's fine. I'm just saying, are you still laying beside Cricket?
Yes.
His head, after the rest of the party leaves, his head turns towards you, and he offers you the fishing rod.
Charlotte takes it with one hand and looks over the cricket. You're heading out then, aren't you?
Yeah.
I know it's not your interest to protect more than just the one, but try to look after everyone.
That's why I took the sword. And with that, his wings flare, and he takes off. So, you all find Ryu shouting and calling out for Elnath.
Although we do eventually find him at the tavern.
Guy, Cicada, have any of you seen my grandfather? I've looked literally everywhere for him.
No?
I have not.
Maybe
There's
you should maybe you should calm down a bit.
my sending didn't work. He seems to have vanished into thin air. There's no way the guards would let him leave town out until his sentence is up. Where is he? Where could he be?
Okay. Let's. Okay, what have you found out so far? Take it one step at a time.
What was the last thing Ryu? What was the last thing Ryu was told pertaining to his grandfather?
Well, the guards went to the tavern to get him in the morning. He wasn't there. The tavern owner said he went to the library. He wasn't there. The library said he went to the bakery. He said he went to the fake street. He said he went to the, went around the city. Who eventually said he went to the inn.
Someone told someone told me I someone told me I went someone told me he went to the inn, and I went in there and didn't find him.
Did you check what room he was staying in?
I asked. I asked. They. I saw. I checked the room. He wasn't there.
Oh. I see. Okay. And you mentioned Bake Street?
Yeah, he. Yeah, he was supposedly doing some job going around selling. Uh, well, there's no dignified way to say this. Shoes, selling shoes And I was hoping I'd find him in the residential area after I heard that, but he's not even there either.
Pretty
Okay.
selling shoes is okay. First of all, Ryu, selling shoes is a euphemism for working for the Thieves Guild.
Yeah,
Wait,
I was
what?
gonna say that. Yeah,
Wait,
Cicada
what?
would know. I was
And
just
well,
gonna go back there as soon as Jezebel showed up. So
and yeah, like Jezebel, like Cicada, it have found out firsthand, and Korax put two and two together. And then when Jezebel and Cicada came back from the last healing,
So you're saying the thieves guild knows where he is?
possibly.
All right, where is Jezebel?
we're just gonna have to wait for her to come back.
I don't know. She said she'd be 40 minutes ago.
Oh,
Then
she
that
must
just
be
means
running
she'll be
late.
here any minute.
Yeah, basically. I know, I just wanted to have a little joke at her expense, out of character.
No, it's fine.
No.
Oh no.
Either way, yeah. What do you guys do?
If
Oh
it,
boy.
okay, if he's with the thieves guild, that wouldn't explain why he didn't he didn't respond to my sending.
I'm gonna go fish.
Roll me a dexterity check.
Oh,
It gets
that's
away.
20 though. Oh.
Dang it! I'm gonna try again later.
Alright, continue it.
Gotcha.
Let's continue the conversation, though.
Okay, so I was gonna go over to talk to them with Jezebel, but she's not here right now, so I guess I could go there myself. But
You-
I don't know Thieves can't. The only way I could possibly know Thieves can't is through comprehend languages.
I just need to ask around. I don't need to do anything fancy. I just need to ask around and see if anybody's seen my grandfather.
Okay. I can go in your stead. They know me. So
You say that like they don't already they haven't already seen Jezebel stalking me.
Alright.
Hey, she
devil.
You're on
yes!
time.
Think
Hey!
of the literal devil.
Yeah! I've left you quite a mess. Oh, it's so great. So, if you all don't mind, I'm gonna pause you right there and catch Jezebel
Yeah.
up. Okay?
Is it too late for me to say I'm tired and I want to go to bed now?
Nope. You said if you're gonna come late, you'll stay the hour, so you stay in the hour.
Fine.
Okay. So, to catch Jezebel up really quick, you appear, and you just casually walk out of the door to the house that yeah. So basically, the floating island with the cat called Mittens. It came back, and Krieger was on it. He offered you a ride to the city, so you went into the house, and you were in there the entire time, but they didn't know. And you've just exited the house right now, and yeah, you walk out and you see that Charlotte is there fishing.
So I'm
It-
in the.
Yeah, Crick. You remember that one Baba Yaga like structure with the chicken legs?
Yeah.
Cricket built a house on it.
Yep.
Oh.
Cricket built a
So
house
I'm
on it.
I'm on that thing then. Okay, so this whole time I've been with Cricket. Interesting. Okie dokie.
Yeah, like Cricket was there with the house that was pacing because it can't get into the mountains, and he said he'd offer you a ride to the town. Anyway,
All right then.
you walk out and you see Charlotte just quietly fishing.
Oh, didn't realize you also took this transportation out there, Charlotte.
Oh, I didn't expect to see you here. That's an interesting revelation. I guess that's what you mean by he's watching over all.
Can't tell you how many times I've heard that phrase. I just know not to question it anymore.
Well, it's good to see you too. I'm pretty sure the others are looking you down. So I'd be very careful.
Ooh, really now?
Just a concept I made in my head. Don't worry about it too much. Oh, also another warning. I turned off your items, by the way. So, those 2 items I gave you, they're not working.
You have the power to turn them off and on, do you?
No, they are linked to me and my magic. So yes.
Well, at least you can. I do appreciate at least you lending me them. Would you like them back then?
Mm, if you like. Not really a bother to me either. I'll turn them on when they become useful. Right now, they're just not in the case where I would.
Oh, I almost thought you turned them off because of the fact that I did kind of leave everybody behind.
I expected you to do so the moment I saw the snow.
She actually looks a little guilty for a second as she like rubs her neck. If it means anything, I didn't really want to do that. Unfortunately, though, knowing Korax as well as Foxy, I'm pretty sure they were going to continue to try to convince me to not give the orb back.
Oh no, I completely understand where your stance is. I didn't say anything either on the regard. Though I didn't figure everything out yet either, so didn't really give him half-laid information.
So, just
Still.
quickly to interrupt you there, Jezebel, I just want to mention you have 2 options when you decide to head into the city. You can stride in like you own the place, or you can sneak in. Just letting you know for when you do decide to leave. Alright, continue.
Oh boy. Okay, I gotta think about that then. Hold on. So okay, to clarify though, do I have the orb?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Just wanted to make sure. I didn't know whether I had to like roll for that or not, but all right then.
You snuck in and stole it. You
Eh.
You blew up the cave?
Yes, you're allowed a dynamite now.
Okay, figured.
Oh.
So yeah, so Jezebel kind of again looks a little guilty, but then she also just gives a small sigh. She goes, "I figured at least one of you would be able to figure it out, and I'm pretty sure the others have their suspicions. I knew if I had stayed, I probably would have given in to Corax's suggestion, so to speak, but I need the information."
Such a selfish desire. Charlotte just
Indeed.
like chuckled at that.
Indeed, I am a very selfish creature, but then again, it's family matters. And as much as I know Corax understands that, as well as for you and a couple of people, including yourself, dear, in your own way, I can't lose my standing with the Thieves Guild. They had information I need, and I've spent a very, very, very long time building up my reputation with them. Guess it's probably just my fears talking, so to speak. But I just can't take that chance yet.
Then go do what you gotta do, Jezebel. Wasting time
is-
talking to a rabbit like me, and you're just gonna be wasting your entire day away.
She just gives a chuckle at that. She goes, "Well, you are a friend, dear. I do consider you and the others friends. Just sometimes, as you know, we must make tough decisions sometimes." You, I'm pretty sure, understand this more than many. Well, to be fair, I'm pretty sure everybody else also does as well. But unlike, no offense to the to dear Korax and Ryu, the goody two shoes, so to speak, we need to do what needs to be done, even if it means getting our hands dirty.
Stained in blood in the end.
Indeed. Well, either way, what are you doing here, dear Charlotte?
For me, the city isn't safe. I came to that
Oh?
realization when Korak said that his father is also working with the Mafia. It just makes my hunch correct. And the fact that
Ah,
Korak didn't stop him fully yet, I'm waiting until the time is right.
understood. Very understandable.
So, do you head into the city, Jezebel?
Yep, I do.
Sneak or stride?
I'm gonna sneak.
Alright,
Oh, hang on. I was going to do another bit.
go on.
One last Chattermouth Charlotte.
Go on.
I did say I'd deactivate your items, but here's another cloak. Or actually, let me have your cloak for a minute.
She looks curious and takes the cloak off and gives it to Charlotte.
Charlotte infuses the item in a matter of moments and hands it back. There, you get one item, but your boots are mine.
Sorry. I knocked it out of my ear.
So-
She looks amused and gives the boots back, respectfully.
Charlotte takes the boots. They were not cheap. They got them from a very shady salesman.
So, do you head into the city?
Yep.
Roll stealth. And CeeLo? Charlotte? Roll dexterity.
Oh, I gave her a cloak of elven kind. That's what I
No,
did.
this is to catch a fish.
Oh, sweet. Okay. I want the fish.
Alright, I set that to, yeah.
Oh, whoop.
Don't worry, I'll fix that up. That's my bad there, Jezebel.
No worries.
She rolled a 27. Just for you
Oh.
FYI.
Nobody.
Alright. Charlotte, you managed to catch a big one. It's nearly the same size as you.
There we go. Whoa. This is
Question?
a big fish for a small pond.
Yep.
How big is the pond?
It's about the size of Charlotte.
Big fish in a small pond. Indeed.
Yes.
You could have got. And well, she could have gone dynamite fishing, but we're out of dynamite.
Dang it, no! I would have so done that too.
Anyway, Jezebel, you sneak into the city and ride past the group quietly discussing things. Would the group like to
We
give
are-
Wait. Would the group like to give a snippet of conversation for Jezebel?
Look, I can go talk to them and see if I can't find a way to see if they've seen your grandfather or not. What he's really been doing.
You know, in
So he's been selling shoes?
No, he's not.
no, ignoring Chlora, yes, he has been selling shoes. That is the big secret you can spill around.
Alright, I guess you guys have run out, so let us resume with you, Jezebel. You head towards the lovely shoe salesman.
Yep. I do look a little guilty seeing the group, and I just give a silent prayer that hopefully they understand, and then head to the shoe store.
Alright. Sorry, I was responding to something. So, You head in, and they welcome you back with a smile. Oh, welcome back. You know, your friends came by here. They were looking for that gray-haired elf.
Here, for Elmeath.
Yeah, apparently the man has gone missing. Either way, you have the box of shoes, right?
Jezebel is slightly rubbing her temples. And she goes, of course. All right, then. Takes a deep breath and then pulls out a little shoebox about the size of an orb and hands it over.
They take it, briefly peek inside, and then they move it under the desk and they say, "Thank you. We will gather the information and give it to you, but considering certain certain incidents that happened while you were away, it might be best to bring your friends along." And he pauses a bit and then leans forward and says, "The one you seek and the one they are searching for lie in the same location."
She slightly narrows her eyes, and but then she also looks a little concerned because the fact that she's gonna have to face the music sooner than she'd like. But she gives a soft smile with the shrug. She goes, "Very well then. I will bring them in promptly."
As for this item, I assume you want to know why we want such a powerful artifact?
To be fair, she says that she gets another shrug. I usually don't ask questions like that because it's on a need to know. If it's on a need to know basis, I'd rather not pry. But to be fair, I am a little curious.
Alright. Because you got us this item, and it's an item we've been seeking for quite a while, I will let you know. It's for our shoe sales, for personal use.
Sure.
Oh?
Yes.
As in, those who say work with shoes can all use it?
Sorry, could you repeat that? I, someone messaged me and I got briefly distracted.
So,
Oh.
those who say sell shoes can all use it, apparently?
No, it's for the people who make the shoes. Basically, he's saying it's to help with information gathering.
Yeah, that's what I figured. And she goes, So, this would technically be the way that I get my information.
No, we already have your information. This item will just make it easier for us to gather it.
She gives a shrug, she goes, Gotcha. That's what I kind of figured. But since you already do have my information, all the better.
Regardless, I shall let you gather your friends. I'm sure they're all in need of some shoes right about now.
Right. She laughs nervously and then gives a small wave and then starts to head out. I will be back shortly.
As you head out, he lifts up the item and takes it into the back room. And yeah.
All right, time to face the music.
Yeah. You eventually see your friends still trying to contemplate how to do this.
Yep, you can see them all quietly pondering what to do.
But
You are still hidden,
a
though.
shoe store. What would they be doing in a shoe store?
Flora.
Uh,
Please.
uh,
Jezebel just sighs as she kind of steals herself and then pulls down her hood, walks over, she goes, "Hello, dears," and walks into view.
Jezebel!
Let me guess what you have been up to.
Glop.
I'll give you 3. She gives a wink with a cheeky smile.
Ooh. You know, didn't you give me a long talk about being open and trusting as the rest of the group?
She actually does look a little guilty for a second. She goes, I was never really good at following things I said.
Indeed. Where have you been this entire time?
She gives a small shrug and then she glances towards Cicada with a wink. She goes, with Cricket.
You. Wait, what?
It's actually a funny story, she says with a smile, waving her hands. And she tells him how that she got a ride on the Catmobile, I guess.
And with that, and
yeah,
with
okay.
that,
For days,
guys,
we've been there for days. Did we just not
One
notice
sec.
you? Or?
one sec. And with that, flashback. Jezebel, you've just come down the mountain and you see a giant house walking in circles.
Jezebel secures the orb and just blinks, watching it slowly for like a minute. She goes, that's new.
When it sees you, the house lowers down and you see that Cricket is just quietly sitting by a pond and staring down into it. He's actually got like a little shovel and he's like it's just a hole, but it's clear that he's digging some sort of pond.
Oh, you, she says with a bit of some skepticism, but also slight curiosity.
Yes. Hello?
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 She looks like side to side, not really sure. And then she goes, going my way.
If you've been to this city, I imagine this place will be going there. Yes.
The long way, right? I'm not in any rush to get to the city.
Sure. He rises
Perfect.
and he motions to the door. I have a room you can stay in.
Perfect. That's great because she probably should let them get a head start. She says quickly and then goes to the house.
He leads you inside to a small, neat area which just has, a kitchen, a dining room, a small fireplace with a hilt, positioned atop it. Like, it looks like it's, should be laying vertically, like the hilt is there hooked onto something, and like there should be a blade, but it's almost just sort of hovering there. Like, there's no way the gravity should be keeping it in place, but it is in place.
Jezebel just eyeballs it, confused, but stays silent.
I took it.
Oh, you took it.
Yes.
Do you know who it belongs to?
It was yours, and before that it was Vienna's.
Okay, you know. Wait, she looks kind of surprised and then she goes, you know Vienna?
I do not like her,
Ooh.
and I will not let her claim you.
she actually jolts for a second, looking actually legit taken back, and she goes, excuse me?
He steps forward. Do you begin to step back, or do you just stay there?
Yeah. That's what does. She has her hands up for a second, and she looks skeptical. She goes, whoa, what's going on?
Eventually, you reach a wall, but there is a staircase to your left. Like, he's not closing you in and trapping you, he's just getting closer. And he simply says, I want you.
What?
Jizzle blinks for a second, and then she gives a grin. She goes, well, this is the first someone's ever come on to me this strongly. Usually I'm the one doing the flirting.
make a pact with me.
Her eyes kind of widen for a second, as she processes what he says, and then she now narrows her eyes. She goes, "You want me to make you my Patreon?"
Yes, join us on Patreon. Patreon.
Patron! Excuse me. I'm half asleep. Leave me alone.
We don't
Anyway,
we don't actually have a Patreon.
I have one. Anyway,
Wait,
he-
you do?
Patron.
yeah. Anyway, he leans back a bit and says, "Yes. Cicada cares about you very much, and I wish to add you as my warlock."
She now kind of narrows her eyes. She goes, "So, you are him."
I am. He leans back and turns and heads towards the door. "You may think on it. Should you wish to deny my offer, simply take the hilt with you when you leave. The bed is upstairs."
She looks
Oh.
conflicted now, and as well as a little skeptical as he leaves. She watches him with narrowed eyes for a second, and then looks downward thoughtful, just staying silent. Then she does glance to the hilt for a second, thoughtfully, but then just for now heads up to the room to get settled. Still thinking it over.
End of flashback.
Oh boy.
So, you decide what you tell them about the, about what happened. But yeah.
You know what?
End
Yeah.
of flashback.
You tell us this information.
I know, Neku. I was chuckling when they didn't know. Anyway,
I'm playing dumb.
I figured you were playing dumb. I figured that. And
Yeah.
anyway. Jezebel, what do you tell them?
I told them that I wanted to get a head start. I hitched a ride with Cricket. That Cricket is indeed, as Charlotte and most of us suspected, was.
He told you about that too, didn't he? Ah.
That reminds me. Did you manage to steal back that sword hilt?
She looks thoughtful as she rubs her neck. She goes, "Actually, I real quickly, what did he say for me to do again? He said to take it if I accept."
Take it if you want to deny his offer. Basically, if you take it, he'll say, you're basically saying, I want to take Vienna's offer, whatever that will be. So if you left it, you're saying you're open to his offer.
She gives a bit of a thoughtful look. She goes, "I left it." She says as she looks up.
All right. But now, back to the thing you're actually on trial here for. Was it really necessary to cave in? Was it really necessary to cause that cave in?
Well, it was an idea. I didn't want to harm you guys, of course. It's more so just giving me a head start.
You harmed kobolds, though. How many? And how many do you suppose got crushed to death?
How many were going to attack us if I didn't do it?
We talked them down after you left, Jezebel. We didn't have to kill a single one.
Precaution. Besides, I wanted to make sure that they were distracted. I didn't mean to actually kill some of them, but
What did you think was going to happen, Evan? You caused a cave-in.
To block the entrance? I made sure you wouldn't get hurt. She just kind of
When I
sighs
went,
and rubs her temple. She goes, "Listen, I'm sorry, okay? I was considering your offer, Corex. I really was. But I cannot let my standing with the Thieves Guild be ruined. I worked too hard to get in good favor with them. And I knew that if I remained with you guys, that I probably would have caved in and followed your suggestion."
Korax, with all due respect, I need, with all due respect, I need to talk. I need to talk to the Thieves Guild myself right now. Oh, if Jezebel gave them the orb, then they owe us one.
Speaking of, she says as she kind of gives another shrug and she gives a small smile, due to the fact that I did deliver the orb safely, they actually will give us both of the information that we want.
They know where grandfather is?
I believe so, including my brother. And, supposedly, Tetsu, the samurai. It seems that the information that we want are tied together. And since we, technically, completed this mission together, they will give us the information.
Wait, my my grandfather missing and your brother's murder are connected?
So far, perhaps. I mean, it may just be because they're probably at the same location. Maybe somehow they are connected, depending on the murder or not. But that's why I came to come get you guys. The orb is delivered safely. They will give us the information once we head back to the shoe store.
Let's go.
But don't they only
We-
sell shoes at the shoe store?
I don't actually.
Uh,
It's a lie.
They do
Fine.
sell shoes, actually.
I know, and I was like, just kidding, but what are those on your feet? She says cutely as she goes and lightly taps her beak.
All right, fine. What's done is done. Let's just get working. By the way, Jezebel,
Hmm?
I ask you this because I feel like I've come to know you very well. You didn't just take the orb, did you?
She pursues her lips and then just turns. She goes, "Let's go to the shoe store."
She took a lot of things, didn't she?
What else did you grab?
Nothing.
Is this important right now?
Insight.
Okay.
Natural 20.
Oh,
Dang it.
okay.
So,
Yeah, she's totally lying.
so she's actually telling the truth, just in a very suspicious way. She was in a rush to get the orb and get out before you guys got into the cave. She scooped up maybe 100 gold, but like that was really it.
Right.
Oh.
I tricked you. Haha.
Okay.
She's messing
No.
with you, by the way.
Hmm.
Alright, anyways,
I'm not
go
sure.
into the
I'm not
shoe
sure.
store.
I'm not sure whether I should feel proud of you or disappointed right now.
The goal. The goal was the orb, dear. She says with a bit of a shrug again and a cheeky smile. Everything else I left for you guys. Think of it as my punishment for the
The
fact that
kobold-
I did do that to you all.
Well, the kobolds still have most of it, unfortunately.
I thought you
You
said
did
I
give it
killed
some, though.
them.
Yeah, you killed some of them, and their leaders were still all right, and we healed some, and I healed some of them.
We did get gold.
Well, there you go.
Mhm.
A very small amount for killing a dragon, though.
The price, I mean, technically to do this, and we also had, I mean, the goal was information.
Hmm.
So, time to get a
So-
reward, she says, and starts to lead the way to the shoe store.
So, you
Are you
heading?
not gonna grab Charlotte for this?
Charlotte is having
Yeah.
a. Charlotte is very, very busy fishing.
Okay.
I'll let her know, because technically I'm still kind of like considering a little bit of the offer from Cricket
Yeah.
and figuring it out with
did-
Vienna, so might go back and change my mind. I don't know. I'm still considering things.
Yeah. Feel free to go back and tell Charlotte what's going on.
And feel free to speak into the air if you want, or if you want to hear the full sales pitch from Vienna.
But you didn't tell Cicada about Cricket's offer, did you?
I didn't tell anybody yet. I'm still.
Okay.
I'm kind of keeping that quiet for the moment because one, I want to kind of tell them when they're in more a secure place because technically they were kind of talking in the street.
Yeah. Anyway,
So yeah, she's not gonna
You
say
go-
anything yet until they're more in a quieter place.
you go tell
Okay.
Neku.
Yeah, I'm gonna go tell Neku and come right back.
All right. Yo, Charlotte, you wanna come and get some shoes?
Basically.
I stole
Yes.
some goods from
Hey, Charlotte.
Jezebel already.
Pardon?
That's right. He took my boots.
Right. Okay. Well, they offered. You can roll another dex to see if you catch another fish, though. Either way, Charlotte, you're free to rejoin the others, and you sure you don't want to be a part of this, Neku?
Alright, I'll come join.
It's your choice. If you'd rather chill, that's fine. I just don't want you to feel left out.
Okay. I'm joining.
Alrighty. So,
Yay!
you all head into the small shoe store. And the guy smiles and says, well, well, well. I see you managed to convince them.
And let's just say, frankly, I was far angrier about the collateral damage than I was about her little stunt.
Well, if you follow me into the back room, we shall fit you for your shoes.
Got anything heavily armored?
We mostly deal with fashionable shoes, but we could see about getting something armored for you. And with that, he leads you into the back room, the door quietly shutting behind you. And
Remember,
Burton,
don't touch anything. Sorry.
the room is rather simple, you know, some tables, a couple of chairs, some shoe stuff to size your feet, that sort of thing. And, of course, there's Burton, quietly waiting for you to enter.
Jezebel grins and she blows a kiss to Burton.
Thank you for taking care of that little business for me. I knew you all would be able to handle it very effectively.
It was not an easy fight, dear Burton. That's for sure.
I beg to differ. Everything went according to my plan.
Including the fact that Chorus almost got eaten.
Well,
And turned into a fish.
Collateral damage at best. We're all fine.
well,
Collateral damage is not something I'm willing to tolerate at the moment, Charlotte.
well.
Flora's like, why did you turn into a fish?
Magic. And he just waves his. He just does the jazz hands things. And now be quiet and work on your box.
Right, I would like to give you all the. Since your friends are new to this experience, I will briefly lay out the rules for them, if you are fine with that.
Of course, they're not very familiar, so it's best to elaborate so they know.
Now, as you have delivered the artifact, and it is very, very important and something we have been greatly desiring for a while, you have unlocked quite a bit of information, and you will be free to ask very many questions. However, depending on the questions you ask, I may not be able to give information, and I will not elaborate. You have to ask the right questions. So be sure to think over what you ask carefully. And that's it. Be
Well,
ask away.
okay. I guess we could get to the one that is of top priority, knowing where the heck Elnate disappeared to.
Indeed, it would seem my friend Ryu here is very concerned about him.
I'm looking for my. I'm look. The man I'm looking for is my grandfather. He he was recently tried and sentenced to a month of community service here in the city.
Oh, yes, I know. We've been watching him for quite some time. He is a rather curious steel dragon, isn't he?
Excuse me?
Color's like, I knew it.
So, your question is on his whereabouts. I believe currently he is heading northward toward a certain stone structure that houses the most easily accessible entrance to the Underdark.
What?
Why?
Oh boy.
Why would he go? Why would he go to somewhere as dangerous as the Underdark by himself?
Not by choice, of course.
Someone took him?
Yes.
Who?
Was it the blue-haired samurai?
No.
Oh.
Who was it?
I cannot tell you that.
Color thinks for a moment.
How
Is there anybody
Was
that
it- Oh, you go first.
is there anybody that Elnate would know?
No, and no one you would know either.
What do they
Ooh.
what do they
Oh.
want with my grandfather?
They want his magic.
Are they
Oh,
hunters?
no.
Not hunters. No.
Is this person... Is this someone that Korax would know?
No.
They say there's nobody that we know, so it's somebody we have not met yet, but obviously knows about steel dragons.
It was a strictly business transaction, I believe.
Oh no, not again.
Was
It's
he
like
sold?
the second time it's happened.
Color thanks very much. Uh, so Korax, you said there's that thing with your parents. Do you think they might have done that with him? Since they do have relations with those people.
Here's a question though. Does Corus Valley know about steel dragons?
That's an excellent question. DM, do I?
Nope. Still dragons are not common knowledge.
Yeah, they're not.
If and if they and
Yes
Father
or no, dear?
Father, I don't know. Father might. I'd never heard of them until you started bringing them up, but well, Father kind of runs the entire Air Dominion's intelligence network, so
Still, this is not common knowledge, dear. The only reason why I told you all is because it's top secret, but I trust you all not to say. So obviously,
yeah.
if you haven't heard about them before,
My point, Jezebel, is that he's that knowing top secret information is kind of his business.
but the thing is, though, Bertrand called said steel dragons. He wouldn't say anything if it didn't concern the fact of my mission of protecting them. So that means that whoever took the dear Elmies knows he probably is a dragon, and that's why they took him. So the fact that you probably don't know that means your father may not. If he did, then I have a few questions for you and your family, to be fair. She gives a snarky smirk.
All right, well, you're the expert here, so let us ask this question. The signs that he and that Elnath is a dragon, how obvious are they by dragon standards?
Not always, dear. Do know that sometimes don't even realize some are asleep. Which means not even they know they are a steel dragon.
No, what Korax was asking is how obvious would it be to another dragon that Elnath was a dragon?
Ah. Good question, DM.
Well, if they know what to look for, it'd be pretty obvious.
That's true, since I know technically myself how to look for it, but same as with me, dear. If you know what you're looking for, then yes, it becomes obvious.
And do you know how close our relationship, the Dominion's relationship is with the dragons up north?
Not too sure about that, dear. Remember, I only specialize in steel dragons.
It's close, Jezebel. It's very close. Os, the the egg of egg of their crown prince is currently being reared in this very city. Yeah, my father knows a thing or two about dragons.
Well then, I'd love to have a conversation with him about this if he was indeed the cause of all this, and why Elnath was taken. Either way, the fact of the matter is that we don't know truly who actually took him, at least for now. We only know where he's being taken to.
I'm afraid a conversation with him isn't really going to happen. And he'll and you won't be let in the palace. I won't be let in the palace until it's until I fold, which I'm not going to do.
Oh, don't worry about it, dear. She says with a smile, waving her hand. I don't expect to talk to him just yet. I need to talk to the person or persons who took Elnath in the first place. Talk to them, be able to trace who it was that they performed their business transaction with to take Elnath in the first place. If it does indeed lead back to your father, we'll go from there.
Paper trail.
Indeed. Everything leads back to the source.
You know,
Which
I do love it when my guests love to talk and discuss top secret information in front of me.
Oh god.
And
I'm only teasing you. You can relax. But feel free to ask any questions you want.
we
You
have
know the rules.
confidentiality here, guys. Don't worry.
The
Besides, now
person
it's
I assume client confidentiality is in full force.
Correct. That's why I cannot tell you.
the person who is
Well-
currently in possession of Elnath, are they a drow?
Would they be a drow?
I don't think he's going to tell us. But
That sounds more like the DM
Cicada is
trying
going.
to resolve this superposition.
Yeah.
He said. He
Well,
said. He said he's being taken to the Underdark. What do you think?
Alright,
Well,
I
anyway.
finished deliberating. They might be, they might not be. Who could say?
And
Well-
what color was their shirt?
Becca wants to speak. Let her speak.
Sorry. I don't think he's going to tell us anything about these individuals at all, so I'm just going to take out a map. And could you point to where they took him?
Of course. Now, they're currently still on the way to their location, mind you. But their end goal is directly up north. And it's already marked. I'll make it red for you so it's easier to see.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
The Dragon City?
No,
Go up here.
I marked
We've
it red.
been-
The Rockery. Oh god.
That. They went that. They're going that far up north?
Indeed. It's one of the easiest entrances into the Underdark.
So they're traveling above ground, is what you're saying.
Currently, yes.
That
Are they
means we
going
could
by
potentially
Owlcat?
still catch up to them.
They are not going by Alcat.
Then we can beat.
Which means
Then we
we
can
can still
beat them
catch
to
up
it.
to them. Yeah.
It is possible,
We have
yes.
the means. We have the means. So
Where in that area is the nearest? Where in where in that area is the nearest place we can travel to by Owlcat?
There isn't one.
oh.
We're
But
gonna
we
have
do have
You could possibly travel to one of the dragon cities, but that is the furthest you would be able to go.
the
We
thing.
have a moving landmass.
We
A
have
landmass? Tell me more about this landmass. He leans forward with
No.
interest.
now, dear Bertrand, she says with a casual smile. I have questions of my own now, dear.
Oh, of course. After all, you got me the item. You are free to ask all the questions you wish. You'll have to forgive a rogue's
please.
curiosity.
Of course, but we've given you what you need. Now you need to give us what we got.
Of
what
course.
we desire. We now know where exactly they're going. You mentioned that my brother apparently is also in the Underdark.
Just really quick. Cicada, were you trying to say something?
It's just she's being mad at Clara.
I see. Alright. Continue, Jezebel. Of course, of course. You may ask your questions, as per the rules.
So you said that Chetsu asked about my brother.
Yes.
Has he been tracking him?
Yes.
Did he seem to have good intentions in tracking him?
Yes.
Good intentions. She looks thoughtful with the suspicious look. What do you... Well, I'm not sure I can ask that. What do you know why my brother is in the Underdark in the first place?
He is currently disguised as, I believe it's a drow working at some sort of map stand.
Oh my god, why, brother? She says as she tilts her head upward. Of course, he would follow father's example.
Your friend there with the blonde hair has actually met them. And he turns to
Wait,
look at Korax.
Korax, didn't you meet a cartographer in the Underdark?
I met a map seller. It was, I thought they were one of the Witch Queen's spies.
She looks over to Korax a bit shocked. And then she looks a little frustrated. She goes, he was right there this whole damn time. There's a reason why he's in the Underdark and remaining there.
I believe he is keeping an eye on the growing situation down there.
Growing situation.
I'm afraid I can't tell you that.
Is he in danger?
Not for the moment.
So then Tetsu doesn't pose a threat. For now.
No.
She gives a almost relieved sigh for a second. And she processes everything that he said. And then she looks up for a second. She goes, do you have any information at all about the possible murder of my brother? Murderer of my brother?
I'm afraid I can't tell you that.
Of course. Back to square one.
I
She said,
will.
looking almost like tired and exasperated.
I will tell you one thing. No matter what you've heard, it was not a contracted kill.
Wait, what? But there was a contract. There was a contract right in the right where he was murdered.
I think he was hired by somebody else.
She looks a little surprised and she looks up. She goes, so he wasn't killed because of our
No,
because of our secret?
I cannot tell you any more. We have to keep our clients' confidentiality, I'm sure you understand.
She was a little frustrated for a second, and then she goes, when I find you, brother, you better tell me everything you know.
I'm sure you'll meet up with Tetsu on your journey to save your friend. I believe from our... No. Perhaps I shouldn't tell you that. You haven't asked yet.
Where is Tetsu?
He is roughly 2 days ahead of the party that has your elf friend.
Ryu, contact him. Ryu, contact him. And tell him to slow them down.
Out of character, is he suggesting that about his grandfather?
I am suggesting that you contact Tetsu
How?
with sending.
I did meet him in person that one time.
That will have
That's
been enough.
true.
Okay, what exactly do you want me to tell him?
A friend of ours has been kidnapped. Gray-haired elf headed the same direction as you, who 2 days behind. Try to slow them down.
Alright. Neku, what do they say in response?
Interesting. I hope I'll receive payment for it.
Give me.
He is
says
a mercenary.
He says he wants payment.
I mean, it is only fair. Favors for favors, information for information.
Now, about that moving land.
Oh,
That's going to cost you more.
Mm,
Laura gets this curious look. He's like, "What were you talking about?"
Zip it. Zip it. What are you willing to offer for that information?
what would you like to know?
Good question.
It, Varen Elisay's Varen Elisay's is criminal dealings. The full extent of them, as well, as well as the names of key figures as he does business with.
I see, I see. Well, that is a lot. I cannot give you all of the details, but I can tell you some information.
A list of names will suffice.
I will give you just one name.
Go on.
And this name, well, you'll find out soon enough who it is. That's all I'll say on the matter. Are you ready?
Go on.
Kelri Araba.
Can you? And if you, and if you, and okay.
There you go.
Okay. Does that name mean anything to me?
Nope. It's the first time
I
you're
don't
hearing
see-
it.
I don't suppose I'll be. I don't. Well, since you're only giving me the one name, and could you? And could I have some context?
They are your father's contact to the Underdark.
Boy.
Arrow's
Are you-
eyes.
Wait, are you saying Korax's father has been taking bribes from the Drow?
I'm not saying that, no. All I did was
Yes,
give a
You
name.
are saying it. You are very loudly not saying it.
All I said was that that's their name and that's their connection. Now tell me more about this floating land.
One of the
Okay.
one of the that was just one of the that was just one of one of the goddess Alar's creation, and I strongly suspect she was actually was high on something when she made it.
I see, I see.
It's
If
a
you could,
it's a giant chicken made out of earth, as near as I can tell.
would you be willing to provide a soil sample before you leave?
Huh. And
Is that so you can track it more easily?
No, it's so we can analyze the magic. If we can work out how the divine made such a creature, we may be able to replicate it. Then we can politely
Sell it for profit.
tip a businessman that information and both profit.
I thought so.
So you're literally so you're trying to figure out how to literally play God.
No. But if this landmass was made by magic, then a magician might be able to figure out a way to make our own version. Perhaps not as strong and not as durable, but we may be able to make our version. It is not about playing God or pretending to be God, more about using what the gods provide us to better our lives.
Wizard stuff.
Yes. Essentially, I have a contract with who would be greatly interested in such a device if we were able to get that sample. Do you have any
And
further
as payment
questions?
for- I I think that's it.
Then are you happy with this transaction?
Isabel
Your
looks a
service
little.
has, your service has been quite satisfactory. Happy may not be the best way to describe what I am feeling right now.
Of course, of
Good day.
course. So you will leave?
Yeah, I think we're done.
Alright. Then with that, we will move on to... Oh, Jezebel, you had something?
Just Jezebel kind of lingers back for a minute, looking thoughtful, and then she gives a small, actual, like real smile to Bertrand, and she goes, "Thank you as always, Bertrand. Again, if you have any more information about my brother's murderer, please let me know immediately."
I will provide the information that I am able, of course.
Also, if you have a chance, she looks thoughtful. She goes, "If you can," and then she hands him 2 gold. "Give this information that we found out also to Lady Rura.
Of
Let her know
course.
what's going on."
I shall do so. And you head out now?
Yes.
Alright. Then with that, we will move on to Neku. As you all step out and the door closes behind you, it takes you a moment to realize Charlotte stayed behind. And even if you try to listen through the door, you cannot hear a single sound from the other side. Though the shoe salesman does seem a little bemused if you do try. And he will try, and he'll quietly shoo you away if you stay there too long. Regardless, Burton will look towards Charlotte.
I have a few questions of my own, if I may ask.
Of course.
What do you know about me?
That is quite a question, isn't it now? Are you a fracture or a fragment? Are you Charlotte or the White Rabbit?
I would like the question to be answered, though, fully, and not answered with another question.
Of course. You are Charlotte, commander of an army that was sent through the fracture. Half of them made it to the other side. The other half returned to their world as fragments. Some of the people who died in your world did not die in this world due to certain changes and shifts that were caused by those who are able to travel between the worlds.
Thank you. Charlotte actually gives a soft smile. My next question, however, is the reason why I asked the first one. What does boss want with me?
Burton pauses for a moment and then he says, "The information you are asking for is quite pricey. If I give you this information, I will need to ask something from you in return."
May I ask what would you want?
I want you to deliver a letter to one of our contacts in the Underdark. If you cannot get to the Underdark, there will be a contact in Appalachia who can deliver it the rest of the way.
I accept this.
If you open this letter, then the knowledge that you have gained from this will be wiped, both from your memory and the memory of anyone who you told. So do not open the letter.
A moral insight.
Go for it. He is telling the truth. He's going to have the letter enchanted so that if it's not opened without the specific code word that disables the trap, you and anyone who you told basically will lose the memory.
Okay.
And it will also do other things, but you get the impression he's telling the truth that if you go back on your word and try to open this letter, there will be consequences for everyone who is involved.
Got it.
So you accept my terms?
I do.
Very well. You watch as Burton rises and briefly heads through a literal wall, as if it wasn't even there, returning with a shimmering letter glowing with magic. The contact in Appalachia is... well, you might have actually met them. They're a soldier by the name of Rantel. Rantel Hanet.
Well, that's a flashback.
As for my contact in the Underdark, you won't know them, but as long as you're carrying that letter, they'll find you.
Very well.
Then with that, this contract is accepted, and I shall tell you the answer to the question you've been wanting for quite a while now. What Boss wanted from you was to make you strong. He wanted to push you to your very limits to see what would happen and how you would react when you and your other self met. What would become the dominant personality? There is a reason most of the soldiers in your force made it through and did not return to the other world. You see, the suffering and the torment you went through made your souls strong enough to resist becoming a figment.
So in the end, I was a test subject.
Yep. That was all he wanted from you. I know this might not be what you wanted to hear, but you were merely used in an attempt to make one very specific fracture. And they succeeded. I am sure you're aware of your own abilities. At least to some extent.
Charlotte fell silent as she looks to the ground. Her eyes become hollow, voided.
In the end, my dear, you should not worry about what one man tried to use you for. You should decide what you wish to do, now that you have the freedom to do so. Oops. Will that be all?
Yes.
He gives a nod and go on.
Charlotte would turn and move on out when applicable.
The door closes once you leave, and you all exit the store. Perhaps the questions you asked today were not the answers you were looking for. Perhaps you found information that is concerning, or things that you perhaps wish you didn't know anymore. Regardless, thank you all for tuning in, and we'll see you next time.